power is what we got today, I think. So
Okay.
let's get deep, you guys.
I'm going to take off before the end. I just have something I got to do at 1:30.
Okay, cool.
Give it everything I've got and tell them.
Okay. Give it all you've got.
I will.
Wouldn't expect anything less from you, Barb. Okay. I muted you guys, so feel free if you'd like to play any music in your space. Feel free. And then let's just start in a comfortable seat. So if you feel more comfortable sitting up on top of something like a bolster, pillow, or a blanket, block even, feel free. And before we find stillness, let's just move our head around a little bit. Roll your head either side to side. You're all the way around. Big circle. It's the grooves. And then after a few rolls of your head, roll out your shoulders a few times. So up, back, and down. And then if there's any other little bits and pieces of movement that you want to explore, feel free, and then just find stillness in your body. Settle into your seated meditation. Close your eyes. Be intentional with where and how you place your hands. And then just start to notice, start to feel, start to observe how you are. Physically, what is there to notice? What sensations are present? Also just energetically, emotionally, mentally. Start to feel into your breath. Start to deepen it. Take it all the way down into your belly. And next time you inhale, fill up as big as you can. Hold. Sip in a little bit more. And then sigh it out your mouth, let it go. Ah. Couple more times. Great big inhale. Pause at the top in fullness. And then whenever you're ready, open your mouth, sigh it out, let it go. Ah. And last time, biggest inhale you've taken all day long. Pause in fullness. Let that breath circulate around inside of you. All the little spaces fill up. And then let it go. Sigh it out. Release. Ah. Good job. Seal your lips and drop into Ujjayi breath. Almost like you're just shifting your car from automatic to stick shift. So now you're in control. Sorry about that, you guys. Let me just see what's going on. Stay with that Ujjayi breath a little bit longer. Okay, all is well. Okay, with your next inhale, reach your arms through the sky. And as you exhale, bring your right hand down by your side and take a nice side body stretch. The left side gets really long. And if you want, you can even kind of explore here by rounding a little bit, curling in, and opening a little bit, letting your heart look up. You could also explore by Moving one arm around your top arm. Kind of feeling that mobility through your shoulder. So any little exploration you want to take as you stretch through your side body, keep both sit bones rooted. And next time you inhale, back to center. Reach your arms up, stretch, lengthen, realign. Another side as you exhale. Same thing, if you want to explore, if you want to round a little or open up a little bit, or take your arm in some big, huge circles, go for it. Good, big, deep breaths. Last couple of rounds on this side. And then come back to center, arms reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to the ground in front of you and transition forward onto your hands and your knees. So tabletop, and just start to move in your own way, whatever that looks like today. So cat cows, hip circles, child's pose. Maybe you jump rope your torso around, take big barrel rolls with your torso. Just feeling into your own body, noticing what's feeling good today, what's not feeling so good today. And then as you're ready in your next couple of breaths or so, take it all the way back to your downward facing dog. Give yourself a few rounds, just walking it out in your down dog or shifting your weight side to side, maybe giving your head a little shake, yes or no. And just feeling into your down dog, almost as if you've never been here before. It's brand new. What is there to notice? What is there to feel? How can you be more effective or efficient in the way you use your body here? Nice work, friends. And then from your down dog, whenever you're ready, just walk your hands back all the way to the back of your mat and come into your forward fold. So hang out for a moment in your fold. You can give yourself a little ragdoll pose if you want. You can bring your hands behind your head if you'd like. You can release your fingers there. You can sway or bob or bounce. And then as you're ready, today let's roll up. So whenever you're ready, just let your arms and your head hang heavy and just slowly roll it up one vertebra at a time. So absolutely no rush to get up into a standing position. But once you're there, just like we did at the very beginning, roll out your shoulders a few times. Maybe even exaggerate this movement by taking your arms around with you. And eventually, arms down by your sides, palms face forward, palms open. So your shoulders are broad, slightly open. Your heart is slightly open. And just feel the way you are standing. So feel into your own posture. Notice, are your toes pointed out or in? And can you get them? Can you adjust so that they point straight forward? About hips width distance apart with your feet. Neutral through your pelvis and your spine. Draw up through the crown of your head and feel the length in the back of your neck. And then just reconnect if you've lost it to your Ujjayi breath. Slow, steady, and spacious. Next, inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, take your dive down, forward fold. Hello, Miss Ruby. Inhale, find a halfway lift position. Exhale, bow, let it go. Press into your feet, this time reverse swan dive. So lead with your heart as you rise to stand, arms reach up. Hands to your heart center, exhale. Again, half sun salute, inhale, stretch tall. Exhale, dive down slowly. Lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Root into your feet, lead with your heart, rise up, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, stretch tall. Exhale, takes you down, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. And then from here, plant your hands or your fingertips and start to crawl forward into a plank position. Top of a push-up. So once you're there, take a moment, find your strength. Push the ground away, draw your belly button in and up. Breathe deeply, one more inhale. And then as you exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Let's find just a baby cobra. So lift using your back strength. Shoulders back and down, away from your ears. Elbow tips point back. And take a moment. Press down through your pelvis and your shoelaces. Maybe even hover your hands just a millimeter above the ground. Feel all that strength in your back body. One more inhale. Exhale, let it go. Press up to hands and knees, tabletop. So all fours, spread your fingers nice and wide. And let's take our right leg straight back behind us. Bend your right knee, so heel towards your butt, and start to take some circles with your right knee, as big as you can make those circles, and go slowly. Every other part of your body, try to keep really still. After a few rounds in this direction, take them the other direction. Circle it out. Feel that full range of motion through your right hip joint. Square off your hips. Extend your right leg back nice and long. And then take your right toes off the left side of your yoga mat. Pull your hips to the right, gaze back over your left shoulder. Lengthen through your right side body. Great big, huge, deep breath here. Bring it back to center. Keep your right leg lifted. So not coming back to tabletop. Three-legged tabletop, right leg is still extended. Pivot on your left knee now. So your left foot comes to the outside of your mat. Right arm reaches up. Modified side plank. Stay here or right arm forward, bicep next to your ear. Lots of length in your right side body. Final option, only if you want it. Bend your right knee, reach back, grab hold of your foot. Take foot in the hand, pull hand back into foot. See if you can let your heart look up towards the sky just a little bit more. Take one last huge breath right here. End of your exhale, slow release. Come back to hands and knees. So regular tabletop. And then from your tabletop, take your left leg out to the left. Heel comes straight out from your hip, toes face directly forward. Right arm out to the right, and then all the way up towards the sky, big inhale. Exhale, thread your right arm through. So come down, rest gently on the outside of your shoulder, outside of your head. And breathe into your back body. Soften your face, your jaw. If there's anywhere you want to take this, go for it. About 2 more rounds, 2 or 3 more breaths. And if you do happen to have your left hand lifted, set your left hand back down. Next time you breathe in, unthread your right arm. Reach it all the way up as high as you can. And exhale, right hand comes down. Pick up your left foot and swing your left leg back behind you. So now you're in a 3-legged tabletop with your left leg extended back, bend your left knee, and take those circles now with your left knee. With your hands, push the ground away actively. Try to keep every other part of your body very still and quiet. Reverse your circles other way. Fullest range of motion you can find to make this movement really slow and smooth. Good. Extend your left leg straight back now. Square hips. Take your left toes off the right side of your mat. Pull your hips left as you gaze back to the right. Kind of lengthening through your left side, maybe even coming down to one forearm, both forearms. Maybe rounding or arching a bit. Take one more deep breath. And then back to tabletop with your left leg extended. So 3-legged tabletop. Pivot on your right knee, left arm to the sky, open it up. So modified side plank. Take your left arm forward, bicep next to your ear. Reach and lengthen your left side body. Great place to stay here. Final option, reach back, grab hold of your left foot. Kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. Let your heart look up. Open through the front of your left hip. Feel that stretch there if you're taking this variation. And everybody, wherever you're at, one more big deep breath. Good job. Slowly let go. Regular tabletop position, hands and knees. And then take your right leg straight out to the right. Toes face forward, heel comes straight out from your hip. Left arm out to the left, all the way up to the sky. Big inhale. Exhale, thread it through. Gently rest down. Breathe. Slow and steady with each breath. Soften your face, your jaw. Take your last couple rounds. And if you do happen to have your right hand lifted off the ground, set it back down. Next time you inhale, unthread your left arm out and up, reach, open, and set it down. Bring your right knee down, and just take it back to down dog. Great big inhale into your down dog. And this time look forward, step or hop to the top of your mat, forward fold. Lift halfway as you inhale. Exhale, fold. Root through your feet and rise all the way up. Arms reach. Hands to heart center, exhale. All right, inhale, stretch tall. Root down into your right foot and lift your left knee up, standing steps. So take a moment to find your balance, flex through your toes. And then when you're ready, we're gonna sit back into a one-legged chair, figure 4 with your legs, hands to heart, or if you like to bring your hands to your top leg or hips, or even reaching back behind you, go for it. So take a moment just balancing here, weight in your right heel primarily, butt is reaching back. You want to take it into a forward fold variation or even play with an arm balance, you're welcome to do so. Send your breath down into your hips, about 2 more rounds, 2 or 3 more big deep breaths. See if you can stay balanced and come back to standing staff. Left knee lifts, arms reach. You want an extra challenge, so you can extend your left leg forward. Try not to lean back. One more inhale. Low lunge as you exhale, so super slowly. Step your left toes to the back of your mat. Eventually, hands come down to frame your front foot. You're in a low lunge position, so adjust in any way you need to. Left hand stays down on the ground or a block, right arm to the sky. Open up into a twist. Open through the right side of your heart. Twist from your center. Keep hugging in with your inner thighs. Breathe all the way down into your belly. Good. Take 2 more rounds wherever you're at, wherever you're working. And then end of your next exhalation, let it go. Bring your hands over to the left long edge of your mat, parallel your feet, straighten out your legs. Halfway lift, breathe in. And then either exhale and fold, or if there's any other way that you want to explore, go for it, about 5 rounds. Good job, you guys. So just feeling around, maybe working your pose a little deeper with each breath. Next time you inhale, come to a halfway lift. And then this is kind of tricky. Most of you have probably done this before sometime in your life. You're going to keep your right hand down. You can watch me first if it helps. Right hand down, left hand lifts. You're going to pick up your right foot, aim it towards the back of your mat, come down onto your butt. And if that didn't make sense to you, just come down onto your butt however you need to get there, facing towards the back of your mat. Once you are there, you've got boat pose, so balancing on your sit bones. You can leave your heels on the ground to modify. You can grab hold of the backs of your thighs to modify. You can float your legs. You can straighten your legs if you're feeling crazy today. You can reach your arms forward. If you want more, you can reach your arms back. Hug in with your inner thighs. Active through your feet. Breathe, about 3 rounds of breath. Holding. Try not to strain through your face or clench through your jaw. From your boat, slow as you can. Start to extend your legs forward and lower your upper body down. Move in slow motion. So you're hovering, then let it go. Reach your arms overhead, reach your legs forward. Full body stretch, great big inhale to pull yourself apart. Exhale, set up for a bridge pose, feet on the ground with your knees bent. So feet hips width distance apart, heels and ankles just straight down from your knees. All of your toes face forward. Arms down by your sides. Exhale, pull your belly button down, scoop your tailbone up, and then start to peel your spine off your mat. Once you get to the top of your bridge, shimmy your shoulders underneath you a little bit more, and maybe even interlace your fingers underneath you. 5 rounds of breath, holding here. Hug in with your inner thighs. Press down through your heels and the inner edges of your feet especially. Lift your hips. Feel the stretch in the front of your hips. Feel your breath moving down into your belly. Keep pressing down through the back of your head so there's a little lift in your chin. Good job. Couple more, holding. Feel the strength in your back body and the backs of your legs. Nice work, you guys. One last deep breath. If you do have your shoulders underneath you, move them out from under you and super slowly roll back down. Nice and easy, coming back to neutral spine. Once you're back in neutral spine, tee out your arms, feet mat width distance apart, knees stay bent, feet stay on the ground, and just take a few rounds of windshield wipers. Side to side, back and forth. Slow, intentional, mindful movement. Good, and then after a few rounds, come back to center. Hug your knees in towards your belly. Take a little rock, side to side, maybe around in little circles. And then after a few rocks on your back, start to rock and roll along your spine. So rock forward and back a few times. And up back in your boat pose, balancing on your sit bones. All right, now listen. You're going to turn over your right shoulder, bring your right hand to the ground behind you. Set your left foot on the ground in front of you. And here's your big ninja move. You're going to press into your left hand, or excuse me, your right hand, left foot, and just flip around into a three-legged down dog, right leg to the sky. So if you need to just get there your own way, that's fine. Three-legged down dog, right leg extends up. Take a great big inhale here. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale back up. Exhale, right to right. Aim for your armpit, aim high. Add a push-up if you want. Inhale back up. Exhale, right knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly, round your spine. Inhale back up. Open up your right hip now. Option to flip your dog. Right foot comes down behind you. Right arm reaches forward. Heart forward. Lift your hips. Feel all that strength in your back body. One more big breath. And end of your exhale, regular down dog. Walk it out. If you want to move through your own little vinyasa real quick, go for it. Otherwise, just a few breaths walking out your down dog. Ujjayi. So fire it up if you've lost it. One more inhale. Exhale, look to the top of your mat. Step or hop. Forward fold. Lift halfway, breathe in. Exhale, bow, let it go. Root through your feet, lead with your heart, rise up, arms reach up, stretch. Hands to heart center, exhale. All right, inhale, reach up. Root down into your left foot and float your right knee up, standing staff. So take a moment, find your balance, hug in with your inner thighs, flex your right toes, and then we'll move into our figure four or one-legged chair. So outer right ankle, top of your left thigh, hands to heart, or wherever you like to go. So about 4 or 5 breaths total. You're sitting back into a chair variation. Weight is primarily in your left heel. Keep that deep flexion in your right foot. Send your breath down into your hips. Couple more rounds. And then see if you can stay balanced on your left foot and slowly come back into your standing staff position. Right knee lifts, arms reach. Maybe you even extend your right leg forward. Try not to lean back. One more in breath. Low lunge, slow transition. So eventually your right toes step to the back of your mat. Hands come down to frame your front foot. Once you're in your low lunge, if you need to make any adjustments to your legs, do so. And then add your twist, left arm to the sky. So open up through the left side of your chest. Reach up with your left fingertips. Keep your legs nice and strong so you feel the twist coming from your center. Breathe, huge, spacious breaths. Use your exhales to work your twists. Soften your face. If there's any way you want to work this on your own, go for it. Last couple of breaths. Nice job. And of your next exhalation, unwind. Hands over to the right long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet. Straighten out your legs. Halfway lift on an inhale. And then exhale, either work into your forward fold or explore for about 5 rounds on your own. Anywhere you want to take it, anywhere your body wants to go. Good work, friends. Feel free to exhale out your mouth at any time. Take one final round. And then halfway lift, hands down. And you're going to leave your left hand on the ground. Pick up your right arm. You might even reach your right arm up. Pick up your left foot and thread it in between your foot and your hand. Come down to sit. Again, facing towards the back edge of your mat. Boat pose. I hardly ever teach boat, so we're doing it like a million times today. Balance on your sit bones, not your tailbone. So it's a lot easier to roll back and kind of balance on your tailbone. Try to keep your heart lifted. Your chest lifted, your shoulders back. Hands behind your thighs, hands reach forward, back, whatever you want. Straighten your legs. Keep your heels on the ground for more support. You do you. 3 big breaths, holding. Feel the connection to your center. Hug in with your inner thighs. Keep your feet active. And then we're gonna come down again really, really slowly. So I like to reach my arms forward as I do this. Start to straighten your legs as you lower your upper body. See if you can hover everything just a little bit above the ground for a moment. Hover, 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 hover. And let it go. Lower all the way down. Full body stretch. Arms long, legs long. Pull yourself apart. Huge inhale. Exhale, arms by your sides, feet on the ground with your knees bent, set up for another bridge. So hips width distance apart, all of your toes face forward, ankles straight down from your knees. Exhale, pull your belly button down, scoop your tailbone up, and slowly peel your spine off your mat. So you can do the same variation you did before, or if there's another variation you want to work with this time, please feel free. If full back bend, upward facing bow is in your practice, you feel like going there, choice is yours. Sometimes I like to take those little robot arms and then lift and lower my butt a few times, keeping a nice little tunnel under my mid back. So anything goes. Bridge pose or your variation of it. Maybe you're even taking a restorative bridge today. Totally fine. Breathe down into your low belly. Stay rooted through your heels, the inner edges of your feet especially. Maybe even pick up your toes and spread them. Holding. Softening through your outer shell. Last couple breaths. And then if you do have your shoulders underneath, you work them out from under you first. Slowly on an exhale, set your spine back down 1 vertebra at a time. Once your spine is back on the ground, tee out your arms, feet to the width of your mat, windshield wiper from side to side. Good. Finish the round you're on. Come back to center. Draw your knees in towards your belly. Gently rock it out side to side around little circles. So give your low back that nice little massage. And then start to rock and roll along your spine. A few times back and forth. And after maybe 3 or 4 rocks, see if you can pause right in your boat pose, balancing again on your sit bones. Breathing deeply. Find that connection to your center, soften through your face. This time, you're going to turn over your left shoulder, bring your left hand down behind you, set your right foot on the ground, press into your right foot and your left hand, and flip it back over, 3-legged down dog, left leg to the sky. And if you couldn't figure out how to do that, just leave me in a 3-legged down dog, no biggie. All right, so 3-legged dog, left leg high, big inhale, lengthen, exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, left armpit, aim high, out of push-up if you want. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to your nose, round, hollow out, scoop out your belly. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Open up your hip, bend your left knee. So feel that mobility in your left hip joint. Option to flip it if you would like. Coming into wild finger flip dog. Feel the strength in your back body and use it. Lift your hips, reach your heart forward. Take one more full round of breath, opening through your front body. And then regular down dog, walk it out. Good job, you guys. If you want to move through a quick vinyasa on your own, feel free. And then for a moment, everybody just bring your knees down and come into child's pose. Just sit back, hips to heels, forehead to your mat. You want to take embryo with your arms reaching back towards your heels, go for it. You could grab your heels or just let your palms rest facing up towards the sky. Big, spacious breaths down into your back body, your low back especially. Good, and then rise up to your hands and your knee. From hands and knees, we're going to come into a funky variation of pigeon. We call it box pigeon sometimes. So you're going to scoot your right knee up towards your right wrist, and then start to move your right shin forward as you just sit over onto your right butt cheek. So once you're sitting over on your right butt cheek, adjust so that your front shin is parallel with the front edge of your mat. And your left shin is somewhat parallel with the left long edge of your mat as well. Sit up tall and turn your shoulders towards your right foot. So just a little turn of your shoulders to the left. Think sternum towards your right big toe. So as you're ready, you're going to hinge at your hips. Reach your sternum as far forward. Reach your heart as far forward as you can. And then just come into a nice little bow. Or if you like a more active variation, you can bring your right elbow to the sole of your right foot, hands to a prayer position, or I'm making a fist with my right hand and pressing my left palm into that fist. So you can use this as leverage to deepen the stretch in your hip and also add a little twist there. Big deep breaths. Take 4 or 5 more rounds and feel your breath move all the way down, low belly, low back. Even imagine you can breathe down into your hips and your pelvis. Free to exhale out your mouth anytime, sigh it out, let it go. Good job. One last huge full body breath. And then end of your exhale, start to lift back up. Stay in this position with your legs. Sit up as tall as you can. Try to keep your left knee or back knee down and see if you can pick up even just a half inch. Pick your left foot up off the ground. So flex your toes and lift your left foot. Little lift, set it back down. Little lift, set it back down. Try not to rock too far forward. I'm rocking a little bit, you can see, that's fine. But rather than rocking this far forward, just sit up as tall as you can, lift and lower. You're probably feeling that muscle in your outer left hip. Really fire. It might even feel like it's getting a Charlie horse. Do that a few more times. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Okay. Now let that go. Take your left leg, swing it all the way around, left foot to the outside of your right thigh. Bring your right foot towards your left butt cheek. So setting up for a twist here. If this feels like it's not working, extend your right leg forward instead. Hug your left knee in and sit up as tall as you can. Take your left arm to the sky, inhale. And then as you exhale, twist to your left. Left hand comes down behind you. Right hand can stay where it's at, hugging your left knee, pulling on it gently, using it as leverage. If you like to latch your elbow outside your knee, feel free. Sit up tall, try to broaden through the front of your shoulders and your collarbones. Maybe gazing back over your left shoulder, and then big deep Buddha belly breaths, about 3 of them. Each time you exhale, twist, twist, twist. Good job. Very end of your next exhale, unwind your upper body. Take your hands over to your right side, off the right side of your mat, and just take a little bow. So around your spine, this is gentle. It's just a nice little counter twist. Your left butt cheek can lift up. Breathe down into your low back. Sometimes I even like to kind of push the ground away as I make a cat pose through my spine as I curl in. Yeah, and then lift back up. Uncross your legs for a moment. Keep your left leg extended now. Sole of your right foot to your left inner thigh. And then open up. So you're letting your hips open. You're not squaring them forward. Allow them to open. Right foot presses into your left inner thigh. Left toes flex and point straight up towards the sky. Left hand might rest on your left thigh or maybe inside your left leg. Right arm reaches up. Inhale. And as you exhale, stretch towards the front of your mat. Nice side body stretch. Keep your heart open. So rather than folding over your leg, Stay open like your heart's trying to look up at the sky. Press your foot into your leg back into your foot. If you're able to grab your left big toe with your right peace fingers, awesome. If not, no big deal. You never have to get there. Breathe into your right side, waistline, rib cage. Take one final round. Big, deep breath, stretch, lengthen, reach, and then inhale, rise up. Take both arms up. Bring your right hand down behind you, fingers face away from your body. Push into the ground, lift your hips. Modified side plank or modified wild thing. You can let your heart open up. Just lots of length and space. Huge inhale. Invitation for lion's breath as you exhale. Stick out your tongue, cross your eyes, make some noise. Yeah. Good job. Sit bones down. All right, so however you want to get there, personally, I'm just going to bring my left shin parallel to the front edge of my mat, sit over onto my left butt cheek, and then kind of swing my right leg back around. So coming into that funky pigeon, that box pigeon on our left side. Left shin parallel to front edge of mat, right shin somewhat parallel to the right long edge of your mat. Sit up tall, and then turn just slightly to your right. So sternum, aiming for your left big toe. As you're ready, hinge at your hips, reach your heart as far forward as it will go, past your big toe, and then you can just relax into it. Or if you want that more active variation, elbow to the sole of your foot, prayer hands, use that as gentle leverage to work this pose. Big deep breaths. Flexion through your toes, dorsal flexion. So pulling your toes back towards your shin, especially your front foot. About 3 to 5 more deep breaths. Side out your mouth at any time. Take your last huge breath. And then end of your exhale, start to lift your upper body. Sit up tall, square your shoulders forward. And then working with our back leg now, flex your toes. Keep your knee on the ground and just lift your back foot as high as it will go. Maybe it's just a ½ inch. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Try not to rock forward. So if there's a little rocking, that's normal, totally fine. But as best you can, stay sitting up nice and tall. So you're feeling that muscle on the outside of your right hip fire and then release. Might feel like it's about to get a Charlie horse. It might get a Charlie horse. Do whatever you gotta do if that happens. We're gonna stretch it out in just 1 second. So take maybe 3 more, lift, lower, lift, lower. Good. One last round, lift and let it go. Stay seated on your left butt cheek. Swing your right leg all the way around, right foot to the outside of your left thigh. Left foot kind of comes in closer towards your right butt cheek, or if you want, you can extend your left leg straight forward. Hug your right knee in. Lift through your heart. Right arm reaches up, inhale. And then exhale, twist. Bring your right hand down behind you. Try not to lean back. So if you tend to lean back, sometimes I even like to put a block under my right hand. Sit up tall, broaden through your shoulders and your collarbones. If you like the variation where you latch your left elbow, then do so. But make sure that doesn't close off the left side of your heart. Stay open through your heart space, open through the front of your shoulders. Breathe. 2 more big, huge Buddha belly breaths, maybe gazing over your right shoulder. End of your next exhale, unwind your upper body, hands off the left side of your mat. Take that nice little counter twist. Bow your head towards the ground, round your spine, maybe even push your hands into the ground as you make cat pose through your spine. So chin to chest, curl in, breathe down into your low back. Nice work, you guys. And then lift back up. Uncross your legs. Give them a nice little shake out. Sole of your left foot to your right inner thigh. Open up. Flex your right toes. Press your left foot into your leg, leg into your foot. Right hand on the ground in front of your right leg, or maybe resting on your right thigh. Left arm up. Breathe in. Get tall, and then as you exhale, that nice side body stretch, reach towards the front of your mat. Keep your bicep next to your ear, not in front of your face. Lengthen your left side. You can use this right arm to kind of help you. Encourage more length or more opening through your heart. So remember, your heart's trying to look up, let it. Don't close it off. Keep pressing foot into leg, leg into foot. Last couple breaths. Breathe into your left waistline. Very nice. And then next time you inhale, come back up, arms to the sky. Exhale, bring your left hand down behind you, fingers face away. Push into the ground, lift your hips right side, nice and long. Modified side plank or modified wild thing. Let your heart open. Lots of length and space. One more huge inhale. Invitation for a lion's breath. Exhale. Stick out your tongue. Cross your eyes. Make noise. Ah, good job. Sit bones down. Take your legs out in front of you and come down onto your back. If you want to play with lowering down really slowly, 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 a little bit of core. Feel free. Once you're on your back, one more full body stretch. Arms long, legs long, pull yourself apart. Inhale here. Sometimes I even like to shake, shake, shake through my legs. And then draw your knees in. Gentle rock from side to side. Happy baby pose. Rock gently in your happy baby, or explore your happy baby by extending one or both legs. Maybe bringing your legs together, bring the soles of your feet together. So any little iterations of your happy baby that you want to take. And then guess what? We're ready for our Shavasana. So if you're dying for a supine twist, you want to take it, now would be your time. We did that seated twist, so I'm not going to choose supine twist, but if you want it, feel free. If there's any other little bits and pieces of movement that you want to take to finish off your own practice, please do so. And then as you're ready, just slowly let your body relax, let your muscles soften, let your breath become effortless. Ultimately, just let go. Let go of any sort of doing and just be. Last few moments of class. Almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you. Almost everything will work again. You just unplug it for a few minutes, including you. By Anne Lamott. Feel your body just resting, unplugging your mind, your mental capacities, unplugging, not figuring anything out or controlling or fixing, worrying, anticipating, but just letting go, letting yourself unplug for this moment. As you're ready, start to deepen your breath. Start to just wiggle gently, move gently. And then roll to either side, fetal position, a couple of breaths there. And find your way back to seated meditation, right where we started. Just sitting with eyes closed. Hands gather to your heart. And bow your head to your heart. Acknowledge yourself for taking time to slow down and to unplug. Thank you so much for letting me guide you. The light in me sees and honors and reflects the light in you. Namaste. Maria, you're the only one left, it looks like. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.
Good to see you.
Next time.
Bye-bye.